Democratic Congressman Mike Quigley of Illinois, who is a member of the House Intelligence Committee. Congressman Quigley, thanks for being here.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Just a few minutes from now, as I understand it, you're going to be meeting with fellow Democrats on the House Intelligence Committee. Why are you meeting, and specifically, what information will you be reviewing there?
Well, at this point in time, it's more of a strategy session, given that tomorrow's public meeting was canceled late last week. We have to decide how to move forward, which includes just continuing the investigation, reviewing documents, and making sure that the proper people are interviewed.
So discontinuing the investigation, is that one of the reasonable options right now? I know a lot of people are calling for an independent investigation, but are you suggesting this investigation should be discontinued as a result of Chairman Nunes's actions?
Well, not at all. I mean, I believe we should have both. There's benefits to having an independent investigation. After 9/11, there were several forums. They all have different abilities. Our committee has certain expertise. We meet in top secret. We are able, therefore, to review documents that are not customarily available.
Right.
And we've already started the process. An independent investigation is absolutely critical, but it would some time to even get started. We have the opportunity to move forward very quickly as we need to.
So just to be clear, when do you get to see the documents that Chairman Nunes had, to which he's been referring to lately?
We still don't know. I'm hearing secondhand, thirdhand that sometime this week we'll be able to review those documents somewhere in the Washington, D.C. area.
How badly do you want a special prosecutor here? And as I ask that, are you willing to threaten to walk away from this investigation, in effect, as I was asking, if you don't get one?
You know, I think it would be a mistake to walk away from the investigation. It is absolutely critical to have an independent prosecutor, especially given the fact of Mr. Nunes's late-night excursions, Mr. Sessions failing to review and reveal the fact that he has now met 3 times.
So to be clear, you're ruling that out?
I think we absolutely need an independent prosecutor, but this committee has to continue to do its work.
So
we simply...
I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you, Congressman. So just to be very clear, I guess, would you be willing to shut down the government if you didn't get one here?
No, I'm never for shutting down the government. I'm from using the public pressure to have government do the right thing, including having an independent prosecutor and having our committee's investigation continue.
So let me ask you, if I can quickly. Democrats have criticized Chairman Nunes for making claims, in effect, without sharing his evidence. You said, when we spoke last week, and I know you said it on Hardball as well here on MSNBC, that there is probable cause that President Trump's campaign coordinated with Russia. What's your evidence for making that claim?
Yeah, it's simply the evidence that we have reviewed and been briefed on so far. I mean, I use it as an analogy. We're not ready to go to the grand jury. The point is, there is enough evidence to say that there was coordination. There's probable cause to believe that there was coordination. So I don't know how to compare it any other way. It was just an analogy to give your viewers an opportunity to understand just how far this should go.
To be clear about this, Democrats have criticized the chairman. Chairman Nunes is a partisan here. You, of course, endorsed Hillary Clinton during the election. Why shouldn't you, or frankly any Democratic member of that committee, be viewed as a partisan in this?
Well, I'd like to think that either party would be upset at what took place. Just understand there seems to be better bipartisan cooperation on the Senate side, and both parties signed up for this. Both parties signed up to the 4 elements of this investigation. So obviously there's enough smoke, even for the Republicans, to understand that if the Russians attempted to influence this election and received cooperation, the American public has a right to know.
In the Trump era, obviously, a lot of people have been focused on the role the Democratic Party should play right now. Is your party the party of no? And as I ask that, what other power do you have right now as a party to compete with this president, where Republicans control both houses of Congress?
Well, it's a fair question, but I look back at the experience we've had in the last 6 years. Speaker Boehner had to come to centrist Democrats to pass appropriation bills. At some point, if the Tea Party continues to do what it does and make things impossible to govern, the White House and Republican leadership will simply have to come to the Democrats, moderate their views.
If the president came to Democrats, though, would you be willing to work with him right now? A lot of people don't see exactly what the value is for Democrats giving him a lifeline.
Well, first of all, no one wants to be a government in exile for 4 years. Giving you one example, I think most Democrats will tell you and have publicly announced that they would work with the administration if we were to get a large infrastructure package. It's all a question of whether they'll actually come to the middle. At this point, it's difficult just because they're playing so far out to the far right extreme.
All right, Congressman, quickly, we appreciate your being with us. You represent the north side of Chicago. I'm a Cub fan.